Hi, in this video I'm going to be declaring mealtime in Python. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to first ask the user for a time, and the user is going to input the time in the hour, colon, minutes format, and also in a 24-hour format. And then based upon that time, I'm going to determine if it's time for a meal or not, and if it's time for a meal, which meal. And how I'm going to do that is that I'm going to convert that time in that format that I specified right now, and I'm going to turn that time into a float value, and I'm going to determine that based upon that value in its float form. So I'm going to actually first define a main function. I'm going to ask what time is it. So here I'm going to write time f, because this is going to be a float value, and I'm going to achieve that by using the convert function and then passing the user input to that function. So time f is in the float value, right? So I can easily right now write the if else conditions. So I'm going to say that if time f is between 7 and 10, say that it is time for breakfast. If time is between 12 to 15, say it's time for lunch. And if it is between 18 to 21, say it is time for dinner. And any other time, just write that it's not time for a meal yet. So this is it. This is the main function. All we have to do now is to define the convert function. I'm going to name the parameter t. So we get it as an input, right? So this is going to be a string, and I don't need the colon, but I need the hour and the minute separately. So what I'm going to do is split it on the colon, and the elements are going to be assigned to a variable named r that is going to be an array. Okay, so the first element in the R array, it is going to be the left-hand side of the column, right? It's going to be the hour. And again, the t is an input from the user, right? So it's string. So I need to convert it to an integer first. Now for the minute part. Well, I need the whole time as a float. So 5:30 should be, for example, 5.5. So I actually need the minute part as a float that I'm going to be adding it to the hour to get the total time. And for example, if I have 5:30, how I achieve 5.5 from that is I divide 30 by 60 and then add it to the hour, right? So in here, I'm going to need, I'm actually going to also specify that I need these two decimal points. So let's write the format first. And I'm going to take the integer of the second element in the R array, divide that by 60, and we set 2 decimal points. And this is how we get the minute. Now the time in the float value is going to be hour plus minute. And with the time float here is going to be the time f in the main function. So all I have to do now is just to return the time float here. And it's done. And all that's left is just calling the main function. Now let's run this and see how it works. So we said 7 to 10. We're just going to use 8:21. We see that it is time for breakfast. We said 12 to 15. So I'm going to add 13:16. Time for lunch. And then we said between 18 to 21. So let's say 18:11. Time for dinner. And let's say it is 2 a.m. in the morning. It's not time for a meal yet. That is it for this video, and thank you very much for watching.